Hi, Primer Crew. So we had a question a couple days ago from one of you guys, one of you members, and he basically asked what to do for recovery, specifically like in between your sets and during your off days, which is very, very important, and that's a very loaded question because you could go a ton of different ways. I just brainstormed and asked and thought of three quickly, and then I did a little bit deeper research because that's the kind of person that I am, and got a fourth one that is really thinking outside the box, but you'll see the bigger picture here. So tip number one is basically when you're done working out, remember that's recovery time. So basically if you have a shower available, contrasting showers, basically, running cold as hell for cold as you can stand for 30 seconds, hot as you can stand for 30 seconds. And that lowering and raising the body temperature will elicit blood flow, which obviously blood flow equals repair. SMR, basically a big fancy word, acronym for self-myofascial release, just means foam roll and using various tools. So we know foam rolling is basically very good for the body, very good for the tissue, and especially right immediately post-workout, if you keep that tissue pliable and basically soft, and also think about joint mobility, wrist rolls, hip movement, any type of stuff that induces blood flow. That's the stuff that you want to do. So especially some post-workout stretching. To be perfectly honest, if you're going to sit there and dilly-dick and not even doing it correctly, if you're not doing it for 30 seconds at least, holding certain positions, static positions, or even dynamic stretching after workouts, don't do it at all. Just fucking go home. But basically that's tip number one. And that will immediately, if you keep continuing to do that, that will help you from one workout to the next. Tip number two, specifically for set to set, depends, from set to set, depends on your current conditioning levels and the style training you're doing. But one of the things that I have our people do here to make sure that their work capacity is up all the time, and I'm gonna make this strongman oriented since you are a strongman, is modify your training to using what's called escalating density. Look up a guy, Charles Staley. I don't know if he invented it, but I know he's written a ton of articles on it, and it's pretty cool shit. Basically, let's make this strongman specific. Take a 230 stone, load it to 48 inches. Say you do that for 20 minutes straight. That's solely what you're working on. Say you get however many reps you get. Say you got 37 in 20 minutes. Next workout, try to get for 40. Workout after that, try to get 45. Of course, you plan this accordingly. You got to plan it out with the rest of your workouts because you're probably going to be shot loading a 230 stone for 20 minutes straight. Another way to do it is basically choose a number. Say 50 reps. I'm going to get 50 reps no matter how long it takes, the shortest amount of time that it takes, basically. And now you have a number, say you did it in 22 minutes. Next workout, 50 reps, I'm going to get it in 20 minutes. So you're consistently trying to do more work in little time. That's one of CrossFit's big claim to fame. It's a pack of horseshit though, because they didn't invent anything. This is very old stuff. Another way to do it, I've done it myself, is basically a log clean and press, full body movement. Say 230 log, 20 minutes. Try to beat same philosophy. Try to beat that time, or try to beat the amount of reps you did within a given time. Tip number three would help with you with basically on your off days. Add in, now be very careful with this, add in light workouts. Now, since you do compete in strongman and you're very much strength oriented, this seems like a we'll see workout to you, but what I mean by you have to understand the bigger goal. So you're going to hit all different styles and variations of different squatting, different pulling, different pushing variations, anything you know of. Do it, but do it high rep. If not, fucking Google it. It's, the internet is a powerful thing. So why am I specifically telling you to do this? Yeah, but blood flow equals repair. The key that people don't understand or get with training, because they so get into training, is that if you train hard, you have to rest hard. Honestly, you have to rest even harder. And that's the thing that people, they want to go, but they don't understand if you don't chill out just the same intensity that you do train, then you're not, longevity-wise, you're not gonna last. Is this feasible in today's lifestyle, in today's day and age? Not necessarily, but you do your best you can with it. Upon that, we'll get into tip number 4. So understand that physiology and the human body is very complex, but we're also very smart in the things that our body does on its own. So what I'm going to talk about is basically balancing the autonomic nervous system, and that's basically just a portion or a branch of your central nervous system. So exactly what I wrote here. What is this portion of the central nervous system? Responsible for automatic procedures. Think like our body doesn't have to think to blink. We don't have to think to breathe. It does it on its own. Our heartbeat does it on its own. Digestion, when you eat, it's not like you have to push a button or do anything or do a certain motion. Your body does digest food on its own. So that's why it's called autonomic, obviously. So even that's broken down into 2 different sections. If you think, they're called the sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now this is why this is very important. Sympathetic, think aggressive, think very aggressive, think training, right? Parasympathetic, think, if you want to go the opposite of training, think wussies, think yoga, think what people STEM as wussies, think anything that is furthest away from hardcore aggressive training. So sympathetic is basically responsible for breakdown, catabolic hormones, fight or flight. And then the parasympathetic is important for its complete opposite, which is build up, anabolic, and rest and digest. So why is this important? The reason that this is so important is because today's day and age, everybody, and especially if you train hard, is overly stimulated. This gets done by different stressors in life, like not being able to pay your mortgage, having marital problems, self-esteem issues, anything in general, anything outside the realm of training that is inducing more stress on your body, like, or in your mind in general, catching a flat tire, whatever. I mean, you get my point. That is overstimulating that branch or portion of the nervous system, which is you're always going to have the catabolic hormones way up there. Now, if you, like I have the diagram here, if you understand that stress is way up, the repair hormones are narrowed down. So if you're training hard and you're going out and partying hard, guess what? You're not repairing and you're not going to make solid gains. To an extent, I mean, could you get away with it? Yeah, you could. I'm not going to be overly critical here, but understand that it doesn't allow the repair hormones to do their job. So understand that, and just that if we consistently have overstimulation of that sympathetic branch, the parasympathetic is never going to truly do its job. But basically, this is a quick going deeper into the realm of physiology. If you look up something called circadian rhythm, that has to do with just this, the anabolic and catabolic hormones and the waves that they flow in our human body. And understand that this is the reason, this is pretty much, to go a little bit deeper off topic, this is pretty much the reason why you see all those commercials for men with low testosterone, or their medications now for Viagra. It's all because of this, because of our lifestyle and how further away we've gotten from the state that we evolved in. And evolution takes a long time, so the way we evolve isn't the way we live our life now. And the further we go down technology, with all these technological advancements, obviously the lazier people get. But that's whole another rant. If you have any questions on this, I can expand on this a lot deeper, because this is very important and this stuff makes you think outside the box. And just understand that training is aggressive, catabolic to the body, and you have to rest just as hard as you train. So I hope this helped. I mean, I'll go over it quickly one more time. Tip number 1 is any type of regeneration, which is contrasting showers, foam rolling, or post-workout stretching. Very, very, very important. Modify your training to a style of escalating density, and that will help with your work capacity, so then you'll be better conditioned for your sport. Then tip number 3, add in very light, even on your off days, chillax, add in very light workouts, just your body weight, learn these movements, learn body weight movements. Remember, keep them high rep. Blood flow equals repair. Train hard, rest hard, and understand that your lifestyle has a dictation on how good you're going to recover. So remember, if you're overly stimulated, which most people are, the natural flow of hormones in your own body is not going to allow you to rest or repair as you want. So understand this, and if you want, do your own research, look deeper at this, and maybe this is your make or break. This is what make or breaks your training career, or a lot of things that help you on your given platform. So later, any other questions, hit me up. Let me know if this helped you. If it didn't, tell me to shut the fuck up. If it did, and you're more interested in other topics or other questions that I could possibly expand upon, let me know. I'm here for you guys, so just let me know.